They say you can measure a person's heart by the way a dog waits for them. But nobody in Maple Ridge had ever seen a dog wait like this. A German Shepherd who refused to move, refused to sleep, refused to eat, refused to leave the bedroom door of the woman he loved more than anything. And what happened on the seventh night made even the nurses cry. This is the story of a loyal dog whose love shook an entire town. Keep watching the full video to feel the true meaning of loyalty. Maple Ridge, Pennsylvania wasn't the kind of town that made national news or produced celebrities. It was simple, a town of brick houses, maple trees turning red every fall, neighbors who waved from their porches, and a diner that smelled like pancakes every morning. And on the quiet end of Willow Street lived Sarah Mitchell, a 38-year-old single mother of 2 children, Emily, 12, sweet and introverted, and Jacob, 8, wild and full of energy. Life for Sarah wasn't easy. She worked double shifts at the Maple Ridge Care Center. Bills stacked on the kitchen counter like unhappy letters. Car repairs, school lunches, medical copays, groceries. Everything cost more than she earned. But every night, when she came home exhausted, there was one thing that made everything easier. Max, their 3-year-old German Shepherd. Max wasn't just a pet. He was calm, protective, observant, and unbelievably attached to Sarah. He followed her everywhere, from the kitchen, to the backyard, to the laundry room, to the hallway when she tucked the kids in, and finally to her bedroom door where he slept every night. Emily used to joke, "Mom, Max is literally in love with you." And Sarah would laugh and say, "Well, he's the only man in my life who never disappoints." Max understood English better than most humans. He knew when Sarah was sad. He knew when she needed space. He knew when she needed comfort. He also knew something was wrong before anyone else. It started on a cold November morning. The air had that soft winter bite, the kind that makes your nose sting when you step outside. Sarah woke up slower than usual. Her head felt heavy. Her chest felt tight. Her legs felt weak. She sat on the edge of her bed, rubbing her temples, trying to shake off the dizziness. Max stood up immediately, ears forward, eyes locked on her face. He knew. He always knew. "It's okay, Max," she whispered. "Just a long night. I'll be fine." But she wasn't. While preparing breakfast for the kids, her hands began to shake. Her vision blurred. A cold sweat broke over her forehead. Still, being the kind of mother who never put herself first, she packed lunches, tied shoelaces, kissed foreheads, and waved as the school bus left. Max sat beside her leg, refusing to move. Sarah reached down and scratched his head. "Don't look at me like that," she said softly. "I'm strong. I'll push through." But Max pressed his head against her knee, not letting her stand, not letting her walk, not letting her ignore what he sensed. Something was wrong, deeply wrong. By noon, she could barely breathe. The room spun. Her heart raced. Her vision darkened. She reached for the counter to steady herself, but everything went black before her hand touched it. She collapsed to the floor. Max punched the air with a desperate bark, the loudest he had ever produced. Then another dot, and another, and another. Each bark sharper, more urgent. Echoing through the small house, he pawed her face. He nudged her shoulder. He licked her cheek, desperate to wake her. Nothing. So he sprinted to the window, jumped onto the couch, and barked toward the street. A neighbor, Mrs. Parker, heard the frantic barking and rushed over. She opened the door using the spare key Sarah had given her years ago. What she saw made her gasp. Sarah, lying unconscious on the kitchen floor. Max standing guard, blocking anyone from coming close. But when he recognized Mrs. Parker, he stepped aside, whining loudly, nudging Sarah's arm with his nose. The ambulance came in minutes. The kids were called out of school, and Max tried to jump into the ambulance. He pushed with his paws. He barked in panic. He whined like a child pleading, but policy didn't allow pets inside, so the door closed and Max sat on the cold pavement, watching the ambulance drive away with the only person he truly loved. When the kids were taken home, Max sniffed every corner of the house, every room, every hallway. Then he walked to Sarah's bedroom door, lay down, and didn't move. Not for dinner, not for water, not for the kids calling his name. He kept his head, resting against the bottom of the door, his body perfectly still, his eyes staring, waiting. Emily tried to comfort him. Max, please eat, please. But Max refused. He didn't understand hospitals or medical tests or heart conditions. He only understood one thing. She wasn't home, and he would wait until she walked through that door. The first night was painful. Max paced in small circles around the door. He lay down, stood up, laid down again. Wind softly. He kept sniffing the bottom of the door, waiting for the 1 cent he needed most. Emily tried opening a can of Max's favorite, chicken stew. He didn't move. Jacob brought Max's toy, the blue rubber bone he loved. He didn't look. The neighbor tried. Nothing worked. Max refused everything. He remained loyal. Even in hunger. Snow began to fall outside. The house was cold. Max's breathing grew slower. Weaker. He had not eaten a single bite since Sarah left. But he held on. His love held him. Together. His loyalty kept him alive. Emily slept on the floor next to Max, crying quietly. "Please don't die," she whispered. "You're the only thing that makes Mom smile." Max moved closer and placed his head on her lap, but still, he didn't leave the door. The doctor called. They were keeping Sarah sedated. Her condition was unstable. The kids cried. Again. Max listened. His ears fell flat. His tail stopped moving. His eyes dimmed. He understood sadness. He understood fear, and he stayed. Max's body finally began to fail. He trembled. He struggled to stay awake. He leaned against the door for strength. Every breath sounded like a quiet plea. "Come home. I'm waiting." On the 7th night, a miracle happened. At 2:17 a.m., while the kids slept, the front door unlocked. A pair of tired nurses helped Sarah inside. She had insisted, begged to go home, even though she was weak, pale, and recovering. She asked only one thing. "Please, I need my kids, and I need my dog." The moment her foot touched the hallway, she whispered, "Max." Max's ears twitched. His body stiffened. His head rose. He knew. He knew. Then suddenly, everything came alive. Max pushed himself up. His tail began shaking violently. He barked once, then again, then louder. With every bit of strength left in his body, he jumped at the door, pulling it desperately. The nurse opened the bedroom door, and Max launched forward. He didn't walk, he didn't run. He leaped into Sarah's arms. He cried, real canine tears. He whined and whimpered. He pressed his head against her chest so hard the nurse had to steady her. Sarah held his face in her hands. "Oh my God. Max, baby, I'm here. I'm right here." Max collapsed into her lap, exhausted, starving, weak, but finally at peace, because the person he waited for had finally come home. The nurses cried. The kids cried. Even the neighbor cried, and the entire town heard about the German Shepherd who waited 7 days without eating, without sleeping, without giving up. A dog whose love was so pure. It brought a mother home. Sarah recovered slowly at home. Max never left her side. Not for a second. He followed her everywhere, to the kitchen, to the living room, to the backyard, to the porch, and yes, even to the bathroom. He slept with his head on her lap. He ate only when she hand-fed him. He healed when she healed. And the kids said something that stayed with her forever. "Mom, Max didn't just wait for you. He saved you." And maybe they were right. Chapter 13, The LSSO Onnen. A world where people leave easily. A dog stayed. In a world where loyalty fades quickly. A dog remained. In a world where love is often conditional. A dog showed what unconditional love truly looks like. Max didn't speak, but he taught the world. A lesson louder than words. When you love someone, you never leave their door. If this story touched your heart, if Max's loyalty meant something to you, make sure to like this video. Comment loyalty so more people see this story. Subscribe for more emotional true style stories. And remember, not all heroes wear capes. Some wait at bedroom doors until the person they love comes home.